make a contribution in that regard and get a turnover for the team?
Yeah, it feels great. Obviously, just helping the team try to find a way to win each week is my goal. Whether I get an interception, whether I knock the ball down, as long as we find a way to win at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Were you surprised that the call went in your favor on a 50-50 ball?
No, I wasn't surprised.
Doesn't that usually go to the offensive guy?
Yeah, sometimes, but I got this one, so I'm just happy that I got it.
Hey Greg, you guys are still leading the league in run defense. Secondary plays a role in that. When you watch the tape, what stands out about the physicality and mindset of your group?
Yeah, I think the front seven handles a lot of that for us. They do a great job at setting the edge, shedding blocks and making plays. We got unbelievable linebackers that run sideline to sideline with the best of them. So they do a lot. They do a great job for us as corners, not having the edge be, shortened or anything. They do a great job of allowing us to, play with our strengths. So they've been doing a great job this season.
What stands out to you just about how physical this defense has been, especially the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, like you said, it's just how physical. Every single game, our goal is to be the more physical team. That's what we stand on. That's been our blueprint. So it all starts up front, and them guys have been doing a great job this season at doing that.
And what have you seen from Jarian just since you kind of got here, just kind of seeing him grow and develop over the last month, 2 months?
Yeah, he's a baller. I've been watching him last year when he was here. I think he's the most underrated guy in the NFL. He can tackle, he can cover, he can blitz, play inside, he can play outside. That's something I had to do in my career, and that's not an easy job to do. So I think he's a hell of a player, and I think he's the most underrated corner in the NFL.
And then what does it mean to you being in a meaningful playoff push, after, first couple of years of your career? Obviously, it's the first time, you've been on a team that's kind of on this trajectory.
Yeah, so I went to the playoffs one time, and it didn't go the way that I wanted. So I'm super excited for the opportunity to get back to that. But at the end of the day, we got to handle our business these last few games. We've been doing a great job. We got the Jets this week, and we got to find a way to keep getting wins and keeping that momentum up going into the playoffs.
The handshake with you and Antonio, what is it and where did it come from? How did you guys come up with that?
Yeah, we was on the field, and like in Cleveland, I had handshakes with everybody. I was like, I gotta get a handshake. So we did the little Josh thing and then kicked after. But we both kind of thought of that on the field. This was at practice probably like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. And just being able to have fun on the field, like the celebrations after takeaways, all of that, just how much more does that give you guys as a defense, knowing like that part of the game is important too?
Yeah, I think that's a big help for us. Like that's something that I used to do all the time. I celebrate all the time. I don't care what happens. It could be 2nd and 1, I get a tackle. You could throw the ball 50 yards over the receiver, I'm still gonna celebrate because it brings the energy of that offense down. Like teams don't like seeing other teams celebrate. So with us being able to do that, like it's really an edge, and we got to continue to do that, and we got to continue to do that even more.
Hey Greg, what's the process for you that works best when you start digging into the Jets? Do you look at cutups down a distance, or do you like watching the entire series to see how they operate?
Yeah, it kind of you do 1st and 2nd down, drop back, play action. You try to get formation tails that you can go into the week and just be confident on. I go into games with probably three formations on each down and distance that I know, like, all right, if this comes, I'll be ready for it. So you kind of break down 1st, 2nd down, you go to 3rd down, you go to red zone, high red. You kind of do that each and every day. So you don't do everything at once. And I don't really watch a full game probably until later in the week after I done already got through 1st, 2nd down, red zone. And then I go into a full game and go in like, all right, what am I going to expect here? And I kind of just try to do it like that. So it's definitely a lengthy process. Jordan Lewis has been doing a great job with us as well, being the true vet in that corner room. I be forgetting I'm a vet now too, technically. But he does a great job. We meet as DBs pretty much every single day, going over film after the day is over, just to get tails on teams.
Hey Greg, now that you've been in this system for a while now, what do you like about what Coach Camp's philosophy and scheme is, and how does that help you with your skill set?
Yeah, I think he does a great job of putting guys in positions for them to be successful. Like, every guy has a unique talent. Every guy does things well, some more well than others, and I think he does a great job at putting us in position to succeed. Since I've been here, obviously just learning the system. Obviously, I'm coming from a press man all the time defense to now playing a little bit more different things, but I think he's done a great job of adjusting and allowing me to get up there and challenge a little bit more. So I think Camp is a hell of a coach, and I really enjoy playing for him.
What stands out to you about Liam? You know, you come here in the middle of the season, how he reaches guys, the way he deals with players and talks to the team. What stands out to you about him?
Yeah, he's a motivator. He does a great job of getting us ready to go all the time. He's a player's coach. Like, you can go talk to him about anything, and he's always going to be there. A guy that literally on the field every single day checks in on you, makes sure your mental's good. But I think Liam is a great coach. Like, for this to be his first year is unbelievable. I think he should win Coach of the Year. He's been doing a great job of just getting guys to really buy in. I feel like that's the biggest thing of a coach. Like, get guys to truly buy in and want to play for you. Like, and I think you can kind of see that how this team is playing. Like, we want to play for our coaches, and that's the recipe for success.
Isn't it hard to motivate guys that have been in the league for a while? So how does he reach you guys that have been around? Like you said, you're a vet now. You know,
Yeah.
What's the way that he reaches you guys that way? What does he say? What does he do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think it's just how, he handles his business, how he conducts himself. Like, he doesn't point the blame. I feel like that's one thing that, like, can kind of get the locker room to separate. When a coach points blame, like, over a bad play or a bad loss or anything like that, he never points the blame. He always points it right back at himself. You can respect the coach like that. So I think he does a great job, like I said, of doing that, holding guys accountable, but always knowing, like, everyone can be better, and he always starts with himself.
That's part of it.
Have you ever played for a guy who runs into the locker room like that after a win?
Runs like that. So in Cleveland, we didn't obviously have a lot of great seasons, but the season we did have great. Stefanski would definitely be like that. But Liam brings a ton of juice, and it's super dope to see.
The stuff you're talking about with, the way he leads and motivates, is that culture?
Yeah, I think that's a culture. No, for sure. I think that's a culture thing, because at the end of the day, culture starts here and it goes down. So I think that's definitely a culture thing, and you can kind of see the way we are as players is a reflection of our head coach. So I definitely think it starts up top and it trickles down.